Hi there, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. It's me, Imran Ahmed, from Rigorous English. I'm the mentor of the Rigorous English, and this is the first time I came over in a YouTube live, and hopefully, you people going to cooperate me. Actually, how I'm doing it and how I'm going to get it through. So, well, of course, I need to your cooperation for this area, especially for this YouTube live. The first time I came over here, and today, uh, actually, I'm working on English language, especially for the language skills for our upcoming student and existing students, and that is a different skills like a reading skill, speaking, writing, and listening skills. All right. So in this situation, because of it's my first time I'm coming over in a YouTube uh, live, so I would like to really talk about the spoken English and how anyone can develop the spoken English. That's for today's topic. That's I mentioned it in my heading. So look, if anyone would like to develop his English language, especially for the spoken English, it depend on I mean, English language is for two things. One is the input and output. Input is means you can develop from your English language skill from your listening skills and also the reading skills. So listening skill is straight away to connect with our speaking skills. Reading is connected with the writing skills. So how they're connected each others. That's actually I mean in my conversation. So first thing, the listening is very important part for a develop for English language skill. You know, because any kids born in anywhere in the world, first things they listen the words. They listen the words from manywhere, wherever they born in any countries. The first of all they got the sound, and the sound or make them best way to develop the language skills. But as we can talk about the people, right, who is already grew up in many countries, maybe Bangladesh or England or anywhere, right, or like Asian countries. As I'm Asian people, I'm talking about the Asian countries. So in this situation, if anyone would like to develop their spoken English, in this situation, listening is very important. But what the difference between listening right now and what the different the listening for the kids who is a grow up from the childhood? Once they grow up in the childhood, they listen the words, same time they see the visualize of the things in front of him or her, right? Like the visualize from their mom and the surrounded things, many things they visualize it. And once they visualize, once they can see the sound, same time see the the stuff what actually inside of in front of him, right, or her. So baby is grow up and develop their sound, and also same time see the what the sound and what the things in front of him or her, right? So the way they develop their language skill, and after once they're like 2 years old or 2.5 years old, then they started to speak in English, right? So from that point of view, I really would like to say, if someone would like to develop their English language, spoken English, right? So the way they can develop from there, like we can memorize the vocabularies, or we can so many things we're gonna listen out from the without without visualization. As I mentioned to you, listening is the first priority for your speaking, right? But thing is that that's not work all the time, because of we are not a kids. We can listen to so many words, but unless we go for the visualization of the, the things in front of us, right? Is living things, or it could be like anything, living things or non-living things in front of us. So just like a kids, if you're gonna see every single stuff like the words we heard it, and also same time we can see the what is that, right? And it's only come over for you or anybody's when you can the watch the visualization. So it's a great way to see the documentaries, gaming port, or traveling, or interior design, or you can see like a chef table, right? Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay, the chef and interior, many more things, right? Even the movies, or the drama serials, every single way. When you're going to listen up, you're going to get the visualize it, right? The every single things. So of course you're going to listen so many things, but that's not perfectly develop your English language skills. It's only develop when you go for visualize your things, right? So visualize means the word you never heard it, but once you saw the things in front of it, so it's really help you out to understand the what is this, right? So that's why I'm saying listening is not enough for you unless you will connect with your visualization stuff for second language acquisition. Like when you go for second language acquisition, that is the really work for you. And another important part for your English, spoken English, that is clearly understand the sound. As the kids develop and grow up with the sound, with the living things and non-living things in front of him or her, and see and they get the language. Exactly same thing. If you really get the right sound from it, and that right sound is going to really help you out for the stuff. So you perfectly going to understand everything when you get the right sound. And that's why IPS standard, International Phonetic Alphabet, going to help you out right way about your stuff. So in the meantime, you watch the things, you listen up them, and same time you develop your sound. So sound going to help you out to really get the real essence of the language for any language. So I'm talking about the English language. So in this situation, of course, you have to go for the English sound. The sound English language sound is consist of the 44 sound, the vowel sound and consonant sound. So if you get the International Phonetic Alphabet sound, definitely is going to help you out perfectly to get the English language things, right? Exactly. Like if you that's what I'm saying. So in your speaking English, of course you have to listening first, same time try to get the sound, because sound is going to help you out to actually you know know the real essence of the language, and of course it's going to help you out to have a better spoken English, right? I'm talking about the spoken English as a mentor, Imran Ahmed, for my rigorous English. You might see in somewhere on Facebook or YouTube, of course, who are really watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe or my channel for other different types of videos. I'll bring it for the spoken English. Well, in this situation, I would like to really mention it another important stuff for really good English, like a native. All right. So first of thing, of course, I want to be native speaker, right? Everyone desire to have a native speaker for English language skills. Once they're learning the English, they must have to have a native speaker. So in this situation, what happened? How the native people speak in English, what the word they're using it, how they express their ideas. That is the very important for you to speak like a native. All right. If you can shadowing, if you can followed him like a native speaker, of course you're going to learn it. But before learning it, you have to understand what words, phrases, or clauses they're using it in a native speaker. So in this situation, my advice like they most of the time is the native speaker using the phrasal verbs. I have the experience because in 7 years now in the UK, United Kingdom, I worked for the British people, right? So I found it most of the time they're using the phrasal verbs. And phrasal verbs is important part for make the fluency, and also very shortcut way precisely they express their ideas. You understand? So phrasal verb are playing a very, very, I mean, crucial role to have a good way to understand the native speaker. Now you're going to understand how they're using, what types of phrasal verb they're using it. Same time, how you going to use it for that. That is the important part, right? So if I don't know them, how are you going to use the right way? So know the phrasal verbs, use it in your daily life, perfectly going to understand the native speaker. All right. And another important part for overall in a better English, in a quality English, you have to have idiomatic expressions. Idiomatic expressions are playing a very magnificent way to develop, advanced level conversation with others, right? So, well, in idiomatic expression, you must have to be in your conversation, and that's make a really, really uh, something different from others when you're going to speak up in English. All right. And today, actually, I'm talking about the clue about it, how you can develop your spoken English just like a native. But later on, of course, I will details. I will every single thing I mentioned it, I'll bring it for you, like sound and listening stuff, and also the phrasal verbs and idiomatic expressions. And another important part for be a native speaker, be like understand them properly, right? And how they feel it, you're like a native, right? So that is important. We can fluent, we make a sound, we can good vocabulary using it, but collocation is the another signpost for just speak like a native. All right, so collocation, you have to use it perfectly if you really want to be a good speaker in your english speaking just like a native. And another important part for like a advanced phrases, we have the easy phrases, but why not go for the advanced phrases? That phrase is going to help you out really, really perfectly to express yourself. All right, so phrases is the basic to advanced level. C1, C2 is the advanced level, but you can also use the A to A1 level and B to B1 level, right? Pre-intermediate. But advanced, of course, you have to get the basic, and then divided you're going to develop advanced phrases. And another, the last one I would like to really mention it, there is, if you want to make a fluency in your conversation the right way, many way you're gonna do the conversation very fluent and perfect sound, you never had any problem for when you're going to speak up in English. All right, so in this situation, contractions are play a very important role. That's what I'm saying, right? And it's bring back to your like a better speaking, like I want to go home, right? I want to i I want to do these things for you, or let me do this work for you, I won't help you anymore, right? So contraction, formal and informal, that is very important. We'll bring back in our in spoken English later on. Of course, you will bring it perfectly and get the right analysis for every single person, right? And another things is like tongue twisters. Of course, many one is talking about the tongue twisters. Is the is the way to develop your English in a tongue twisters. But thing is, the tongue twisters also gonna help you out. Like if you make this pause of the tongue twisters and also the right sound, as I am saying to you, the phonetic alphabet. I mean, international phonetic alphabet using in when you do the tongue twisters and make some pauses in it and practice it like 20 times each of the tongue twisters, you gonna get the fluency in this area. All right, so things that this is my first time in a live for YouTube. Hopefully we'll every week we'll make some few videos for lives for every single person who are really interested to really help me out to carry on our conversation about spoken English and many other things. I'll bring it out in my conversation. All right, so I'm once again Imran Ahmed, mentors rigorous English. I'm teaching English online and offline basis in Dhaka, Mohammadpur. So, who is really interested to improve really for your spoken English and also work for one step ahead for your careers? Of course, you're gonna come over in my office and talk to me. I got my contact number over there. And another important things I would like to mention it like. English is very important, and it's a global language. Everyone must have to have not only fluency, but the sound and other quality phrases, you must have to use it. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Of course, if you subscribe my channel and like it, make any comment for my conversation for today's session, the first time, I will bring. And if you want to listen from me from any other important part for your spoken English, of course, you're going to make a comment for me. I will do it for you and later on. All right. So have a good night. Thank you very much for today's session. Bye then.